everybody, and welcome to this coming week's academics. This video is going to be specifically for math for this week, and let's go ahead and get started. We are focusing on our glass blobs for math today for this week, so you should have your glass blobs here. The other things you're going to need. You're going to need a muffin tin. If you do not have a muffin tin, then an egg carton will be fine. You're going to need your colored pencils and your markers. You're going to need a rolling pin. You're going to need your hundreds chart. Hopefully you can print that out if you're having troubles finding that one. So there's your hundreds chart and a blank hundreds chart, some kind of a sorting mat, and then Play-Doh, a cup, and a surface for the Play-Doh. All right, so let's start. I have everything written down here, and I put it into categories of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So that'll be a little bit easier for you to follow along. So the first activity that they're going to do is they're just going to dump out all of their glass beads on a nice flat open surface in front of them. And they're going to be challenged to do a couple things. Put them nice and flat, and they're going to start by making a round shape, like a circle. So they're going to be using their hands to make it flat, and then make the sides nice as round as they can with the edges of their hand. So, how round can you make it? There we go, there's a circle. See if they can make a triangle. So they're going to use the edges of their hands again, and they're going to make a three-sided shape. It takes a little while to get it right. And make sure it's flat. And I'm going to make a triangle now. Take your time. And there's my triangle. And then the last challenge for the warm-up is making a square. So I'm going to flatten this out again. You're going to use the edges of your hand. And then this way, until you have some nice flat four sides. And I made my square. So that is the warm-up exercise. Then we're going to go on to sorting by category. So if you don't have a sorting mat, you can just make one out of a big piece of paper. Or if you don't have that, that's fine if you just use the surface in front of you. And they're going to be sorting by type. And I'm going to put all my red ones here, all my green ones here. Let's see, what else do I have? I have some clear ones. I have some purple ones. And so they're going to sort by the type. They are going to count each category, however many reds they have, however many oranges, greens, and then we're going to have them say which one is greater or least. Which of the blobs is there the most of, and which of the blobs is there the least of. So that is going to be the challenge for Monday. Okay? And then we're going to go on Tuesday to working with our muffin tins. And again, if you don't have a muffin tin, you can use an egg carton. But your student is going to be putting one blob in one, two blobs of another, doesn't matter what color, three blobs of another, and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to do that all the way to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so that is going to be your first challenge for the muffin tins. After that, you're going to start by counting by ones. So you're going to put 1 in each one. Have them put 1 in each one and count. Once they've got all their ones in there, they're going to count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now the next challenge for them is we're going to be doing skip counting. They need to learn about odds and evens, and this is the foundation for multiplication, and it's really important for number sense and seeing patterns in numbers, which is a big part of math. So they're going to go ahead and you're going to guide them. They're going to count by 2, so they're going to have 2 in each one, and they're going to count by 2s. You can help them. And you can also actually use your hundreds chart to help guide you. You can circle the 2s, 4s, 6, 8, 10, like that. And then you can practice skip counting by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, so they're skip counting by 2s. And then their final challenge with the muffin tins is they're going to be skip counting by 3s. And this will be, again, you can use your hundreds chart for this, and you can help them circle every third one. 3, 6, 9, 12, okay, 15, okay, so then they're counting by 3s. All right. Okay, so then we're going to move on to the hundreds charts for day 3. You're going to move on to your hundreds charts. So everyone's going to have in a nice sheet protector. They're going to have their blank hundreds chart. Everyone should have this. If they don't, let me know. And they should have their hundreds chart like this. So the first task is that they're going to write the numbers to 30. I had some small groups and I was amazed at how well they were doing this already. But they are going to be copying from here and they're going to be making their numbers to 30 or 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, they're going to be copying their hundreds chart onto their blank hundreds chart to 20 or 30. Okay, and then they're going to go on to the next one and they're going to use their glass blobs and this hundreds chart, and they're going to be putting a blob on each one as they count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 20 or 30. All right. Now we're going to be doing some more skip counting with our hundreds chart. So they're going to be putting their blobs on the even ones. So we're going to have them start to skip count by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and go ahead and go as far down as you think, all the way up to 30 or 40. You can do this. We really want them to be getting number sense and understanding the patterns of math. So, and this again is the foundation for multiplication. So let's go ahead and have them putting their blobs on the 2s. even numbers like that. And then they're going to try by threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then so on. Okay, so they're gonna do it by twos and count. They're gonna do it by threes and count. Okay, and then you can also challenge them to use their colors with their blobs to make their by twos. So you can go 2. You can have all your twos in red. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You can have your odd numbers in another color. So I'm going to use my purples for 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. Okay, so they're really starting to see the patterns. So you can continue with that to 20 or 30 as well. And then we're working with patterns again. So what they can do is with their blank hundreds chart or their grid, but we'll use the blank hundreds chart since we have that out today. And they are going to be challenged to make some patterns. So I started out with my small groups last week with just one back and forth from 1 to red to blue, red to blue, red to blue. Okay, so that is one of their patterns. One of one, one of the other, one of one, one of the other. Okay, so that also can make a pattern with 1 and then 2. So you can do 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay, or they can try a challenge with 3 of the colors. Let's see if they can make a pattern with 3. You know, maybe it could be 2 golds, a blue and a green, 2 golds, a blue and a green, and so on. Okay, so that is going to be the things that they do for the blank hundreds chart. So you're going to, let me make something a little bit clearer. When you're doing your hundreds chart, when you're putting your 2s, 2, 4, 6, you're going to do that for 3s, and then you're going to do that by 5s. Okay, we want them to learn to count by 5 so they can tell time. Counting by 5s is super important, and you're just going to model for them. And we're going to start with 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, etc. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. See if you can get them to count to 60, which is where they want to be so that they can be learning how to tell time, okay? So we're doing patterns of 1s, patterns of 2s, patterns of 3s, then 5s, and then 10s. So the 10s will be just 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way to 100 on that last column, the 10s column, okay? This is all about number sense. It's all about understanding where numbers are in relation to each other. It's the foundation for place value, and this is all very important for them to be doing, so you're working with your hundreds chart on that day. All right, so the next day we're going to be doing something kind of fun, and that is you're going to take a piece of printer paper and you're going to write the numbers nice and big. So you're going to write 1 just to 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. It'll look something like that. And they're going to start by using their colored pencils to trace the numbers as they say them. But the fun part is that they can use lots of their colors for this. So I might start with 1, 2, 3. This is all good for pencil grasp. 5. So they're going to go 6 all the way with one color. They're tracing. Then they're going to use another color. And they're tracing. And they're saying the number as they're tracing. 5, etc. So they're going to go on and do that with their colors, with the colored pencil. Okay, and then pretty soon it'll start to look really neat. You'll start to see kind of a rainbow pattern emerging with all the numbers. Okay, and they can do that as well with the markers. So you can choose which one they do, and they can always do this activity with either the colored pencils or the markers. And I'm going to trace now with my colored pencils, with my pens, and I can do the same thing. They're practicing writing their letters, they're practicing saying their letters while they're writing them. So I'll go back and then make another line. 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see how colorful it starts to look when they've done all their colors and they're tracing. And then what they're going to do is they're going to put one blob for number 1. We'll put a blob somewhere on their number. For 2, you're going to make a blob at 2. 1 there and 1 there. 2. For 3, you're going to put 3 blobs. They're going to put 3 blobs. 2, 3 on top of the number. For 4, you're going to put 4 blobs. Okay, and continue on. And it might be hard to pile them all on. Once you get to 9, they're going to be just a kind of a pile of 9 of them. And then 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 10, they'll have a little bit more room to make their 10s. Okay, so they're going to go on and do that for all their numbers after they've finished tracing the numbers with colored pencil or marker. And that is their activity for Thursday. Okay, so the final one is going to be, if you have not seen my Play-Doh math video yet, this is what they're going to be doing. It's going to be similar to the Play-Doh math one. So you're going to have them just start by putting a piece of paper down, and they can use a sheet protector, and what I found worked well was to put a little tape around it, and they are going to be using that as their Play-Doh mat. I can find the edge of this thing. And I'm just going to put my sheet protector down and just put it like that so it'll stay like this. Okay, and then they're going to take either their modeling clay from their sensory kit, or if they have Play-Doh, if they've made it yet. So it's going to be similar to the other pancake activity. So they're going to either press it down if they don't have a rolling pin, or they're going to roll it out nice and flat. And they're going to do this for each number. So they're going to take one of their paper cups from their sensory kit. They're going to press down, and this is always better when they're standing up when it comes to Play-Doh. They want to be using their upper body and be over the work so that they can do everything. And so you're going to have them press down, twist, and you're going to make a pancake like that. And you're going to write the number 1. You can use the colored pencils to help you. 1, And then they're going to put one blob like that. And they're going to do the same thing for two. They're going to make another pancake. And the next one's going to have two blobs. And squish them right into the Play-Doh like that. Okay. Okay, so those are that's the pancake counting game. All right. And then, of course, another one is the last one that they'll be doing on Friday with their modeling clay or their Play-Doh is the feel and find game. So they're going to have a blob of Play-Doh, and you're gonna press in 10 of them. And then you're going to mix them up into the Play-Doh, and their challenge is to feel and find the glass blobs and take them out one at a time, counting 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, and so on, okay? So, we're working with our muffin tins, we're working with our 100 sharp, we're working with our colored pencils and our markers, and we're working with our modeling clay to do our glass blob activities. So that is what they're going to be doing for math for this coming week, glass blob math. All right, good job.